Hi, welcome to Chapter 5 of Books, Tea and Therapy, the podcast where we spill the tea on books, life and everything in between. I'm Eloise.
And I'm Hannah. And the book this week we are reviewing?
We read and discussed. Well, I haven't yet discussed.
No, it's The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. But before we get onto that, how are you today?
Oh, I'm so ill. Anyone that either knows me or listens to this will hear that I don't sound.
You sound very drained.
Self.
You sound how I feel.
Tired. And if I actually get around to uploading this on YouTube, hi all, you'll see that I look not great today either. So yeah, I'm tired. Yeah. Are you alright?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I had a meeting at work and they were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I feel like I'm burnt out." And they were like, "Yeah." They were like, "Don't do anything this weekend." I was like, "Well, actually,
I'm a bit busy."
I'm busy.
It's all well and good, isn't it? Saying, when people are like, "Oh, you must take time for yourself," you need to make sure that you make time for you or relax. And it's like when you've got a house to run, kids with activities, husbands, whatever, pets, family members that need you, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Where do you do your own time?
There is no such thing. No. I'm convinced. I've got work. So in fact, next week, 3 days of work, 2 days of uni. I was like,
that's your whole week.
Yeah, and I do 12 to 12 at work. Not 12 to 12.
You do
8 to 8,
hours.
12-hour shifts. And then uni.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I've got my OSCE next week as well. One of my exams.
Yeah. So we are feeling slightly run down, guys.
Yeah.
And hopefully Hannah doesn't pick up my allergy, but we'll see.
It'll give me time off work.
We'll see. And if anyone from work was listening to that, no, she didn't say that.
Yeah. No, I love it. I'm coming in.
And I do apologise if you can hear a lawnmower in the background. I'm kind of thinking you can't, but the neighbour has decided to cut the grass right this minute, which,
very
nothing I can do about it.
Go out there and unplug it. So should we?
But let's crack on. So I've read a couple of her books.
Yeah.
Not too many, but this wasn't the first one I read. I read The Housemaid first.
I've read The Housemaid.
Yeah, and I really liked it, although I've heard people say they didn't like it.
I wasn't a huge fan. I liked it, but it wasn't. That's why I haven't read any more of hers, because I was like, I don't feel
You weren't gripped by it.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is a bit me.
Yeah, I've read a couple of hers, but not loads. I know some people who literally are will read all have read so many.
Yeah, my friend is a very big Frida McFadden fan.
Yeah.
When I said to her I just read it, she was like, "That's not even the best one." I was like, "Oh."
No. See, when I've read this one twice now. So the first time I read it, because I read it and then chatted about it with someone at work, and I said to him, I feel like I thought I knew what was happening, so I didn't enjoy it as much, even though I didn't actually know what was happening.
Yeah.
But the way it was written, I thought, this feels really obvious.
Yeah.
So I didn't immerse myself in it as much. But when I read it the second time round, I was like, it's actually alright.
Because I thought it was really obvious, and I thought I'd figured it out. And I sent your voice note, didn't I? I was like, this is happening, and you're like, I'm not saying
I was like, I'm not going to say anything to you,
and I was wrong.
That's not right. It is good though.
Yeah,
it is. I did like it. I like that. I love when you've got more than one character's point of view.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that about these types of books, because it's similar to kind of like Harlan Coben. Have you read any of his books? He's the ones that are on Netflix, like Fool Me Once and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've heard of them.
They're books.
Yeah.
And that's very different POVs, isn't it? Of and I like that because it keeps you a bit more interested because you're flitting from place to place.
At first I was like, why do we keep going back and forth? I don't understand. But then I realised they had to do it that way to tell his story. They couldn't, because at first I was like, why couldn't they have just done his story first?
Yeah.
Then gone into it, but then
it makes sense.
It makes sense as you go along.
It builds up the picture of him and the people around him when he was younger.
Because your mind has changed so much. When she first had got attacked and was bleeding, I was like, oh, I bet that's Bonnie's boyfriend. So I was always suspicious of him. But then I was like, oh no, maybe not. Maybe it's this one. No, maybe not. Maybe it's this one. But did not expect the actual twist at the end. That really threw me off.
I think that's the whole point, isn't it? It's meant to make you flit and change and not know what's coming. Yeah. And do you know what did irritate me though? Is that the main character, Sydney, isn't it? like, how many more red flags could a man have? I mean, I'm not talking like small red flags. I'm talking like her dead friend's scrunchies in his bedroom. Yeah. He's contacting her on a burner phone. He won't ever see anyone. He gave her a fake name and a fake work address and all this. Like, I'm sorry.
I would have been like, I would have confronted him.
They were all very big red flags.
Huge red flags.
I don't care how beautiful the man is supposed to be.
Or how well endowed and good with his tools he is.
That we don't know, because there was no smut.
No smut.
But there's not meant to be.
I know, but
there's those type of books, there's just not meant to be.
But she was like, I sent you a message, didn't I? I was laughing when I sent it. I was like, she's saying, oh my God, best sex ever. I just realised that went really quiet out there. And there's me shouting that. Best sex ever. But we didn't get to read any of it. And I texted Louise, I was like, I want to read the porn like a lady. Yeah. Not just like not have it. Yeah. Use your imagination. No, let me read it.
This is probably why you don't read these types of books.
I like a bit of smut.
Yeah. But I think it was good because there was also his childhood best friend who was nicknamed Slug because he like ate one when he was younger or some weird stuff like that. You think that he is one of the guys now in the story?
I thought he was two different ones.
What do they call them? Superintendent of the apartment complex. He's like the handyman. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I thought they were the same person.
I did, but at first I also thought he was real Kevin.
Yes.
At first.
Yes.
Should we quickly try and go through the book?
I feel like
because we're just like picking bits that we liked and we're like, oh yeah,
but that's all right. It's what it's about. I think So Tom's the main guy.
Yeah.
And he's the one you get flashbacks to his like when he was younger during the book. Yes. And then Sydney's the main girl and hers starts from like the present. Yes. Her story is just in this time frame. Yeah. So you meet some characters with Tom back when he was younger. So you had Daisy, who was his like love interest. Yeah. Her best friend was called Alison. Slug, obviously. Yeah. And there was mum and dad.
Yeah. And there was another girl who went missing as well
during this time. Yeah. I think they were like teenagers, weren't they?
They were teenagers.
Like 17 or
17. And she. So he's always been in love with Daisy, apparently.
Yeah.
And
like infatuated with her, and he's a bit like geeky and he's a bit like socially awkward, but he's constantly got thoughts of like
murdering,
what it would like be like to watch someone bleed out and stuff like this. So like, and he's like fighting this in his head, like he doesn't want to be like that. So all of that kind of, but you find these bits out in between the present story of Sydney, and Sydney's got two friends,
Gretchen and Bonnie. And then Randy is the guy that looks after the building that she lives in.
Also Gretchen's boyfriend.
Yeah. And her dad died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Her mum is still in the picture. Her mum is so desperate for her to get married and have a baby because she's 34.
Yeah.
34-ish. Yeah. And she was saying, oh my God, in the Bible, someone had a baby at 90. And I was like, what?
I was reading that bit. I was like, okay.
I see 90-year-olds a lot.
They are not having babies.
They're not having babies. No way.
No. I wouldn't want to have a baby at this age. I'm too tired for
I'm too tired now.
So,
no way.
I'm really glad we got that done out of the way.
Yeah. No way. Absolutely
not. I couldn't hack it. I don't know how people do it. My dad had more kids when he was like, sorry about the dog, like huffing.
You've got two sisters, haven't you?
Yeah, he had more like when he was like 50. I mean,
nah.
It just sounds a bit exhausting to me.
I always said, like, the girls were always like, oh, have another one. I'm like,
oh my God, Marnie said this to me this morning. She was like, can we have another baby? I was like, absolutely not, hun.
Unfortunately, we can't.
She was like, why not though? I was like, well, why do you want one? She was like, because then maybe we'd get like a baby sister. I was like, that's nice. Maybe you can just adopt something. You've got Reggie. He's like your baby brother. You just have to suck it up. Like, but yeah, that's what her mum just wanted to find a nice guy. Oh, and her ex-boyfriend, Jake,
is the police officer.
Or
he's like the private investigator.
He ends up being on the case for her best friend, Bonnie, who gets murdered quite early into the book.
Yeah.
But she also starts the book with a date with the world's biggest catfish.
Weirdo.
He was really odd. Like,
he made
really
her
odd.
FaceTime his mum.
Like, on their first time they ever met, he doesn't look anything like his picture.
No.
Like, he used a full-on different picture of somebody else. Yeah. It's not him. He made her pay for her half of the bill.
Yeah, and then said, I treated you to dinner.
Yeah, it was, and then he ends up kind of stalking her throughout the whole book.
Yeah.
He's a very strange character.
Very strange. But on that first date, he insisted on walking her home, and she's like, okay, fine. Whereas I would have been like, absolutely not. And he tries to attack her, and she's got this syndrome. I should know what it is, but I don't. Where it's like
where if she gets
blood disorder,
blood doesn't clot,
so
she bleeds too
she
quickly.
Bleeds out. I want to say it's like something.
Wilkinson's.
No. Anyway, some
blood
sort
thing of issue.
And he tries to attack her. She falls over and hits her head on a bin.
Yeah.
And doesn't realise, but it's like pissing with blood. And this is where Tom comes in. This is where she meets Tom. She doesn't know this, but he's walking back from a date with Bonnie.
Yeah.
And that's why he's so close to her apartment.
To her, where her apartment is.
And he rescues her.
Yeah.
Steps in.
But that's kind of that for a few months, isn't it?
Yeah. Then Bonnie dies.
And then she's dealing with all of that, and then she bumps into him again when she's on a date with someone else who apparently can't hack people who have nosebleeds.
Yeah, she was like, oh, he's perfect. Yeah. And then he like fainted.
Passes out on the table. But that's when her and Tom start like their relationship. Yeah. But he gives her like a fake last name, which she then works out.
Because he goes to a restaurant, doesn't he? Yeah. And they're like, oh, Dr. Brewer. And she's like, I thought your name was Brown.
Yeah. And he said that he worked at one hospital and he works at another and stuff like that. So it's all very, very red flags.
That date that they were on where she figures it out is also where, does he say he's going to see his mum and she texts him something?
Yeah, and then she's like,
have you got the message? And he's like, oh, yeah.
Phone not lighting up. But even so, she still ends up then going to his apartment for dates and stuff after that. Yeah. And I'm like,
you want to be murdered. You're asking to die. Yeah.
So all of that's going on, and then it's very backwards and forwards, and he ends up killing his dad because his dad was beating on his mum. This was when he was younger.
When he was
younger, and his best friend Slug helps him hide the body.
Yeah.
Because his mum happened to be away for his uncle's funeral.
Yeah.
Who just died.
No, he didn't die. He had a heart attack. He was alive.
Oh, he was alive. But she'd gone to visit him.
Yeah.
So he killed his dad and then panicked.
Called Slug.
They disposed of it. And Alison had seen him.
Yeah, they make out Slug is like proper. Like, so Slug isn't bothered by this body.
Yeah, you think Slug's like this devious guy who's been killing people forever and wrapping people up and chucking them away. I think he's just a bit odd.
Yeah, he's just he eats bugs for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and then
they wrap his dad in the
carpet in the living
rug.
Room. Yeah,
put him in the trunk of the car. Oh, I'm American now.
Yeah,
and Alison, which is Daisy, the original love interest. Her friend walks past with her dog and she sees what they're doing but doesn't make out she sees what they're doing.
And then she ends up missing.
She ends up missing the next day.
Yeah.
They go and bury his dad and Slug says to Tom, we need to get rid of Daisy. We need to get rid of Alison.
She's a real big problem.
She's a problem.
She's a big loose end.
Yeah.
That could be an issue. So it's all made out like Slug's kind of covering all of this stuff up because then all of a sudden Alison goes missing.
Yeah.
And then they'll find her and then a couple of days later
her
body's
in
found.
The lake. Yeah.
And there's all these signs that make you think, oh God, like Slug was offing these teenage girls. Like...
But then I didn't even clock this, but so he goes to see Daisy to say, because the police go to his house and they like confront him and I think they're trying to get a warrant for his arrest or something to look at the blood stains. Because
they think it's him.
Yeah. So he goes to her house because her dad is the chief police officer, whatever.
Where they live, yeah.
And to try and convince her it's not him that's been killing these people. He did kill his dad, but not anyone else. And she's like, okay, I'll meet you 1 a.m. by this dairy farm place.
Yeah.
But then when he turns around, Slug is there and he's like, oh, he's heard me.
Yeah.
So he's panicking that Slug's going to kill Daisy.
Yeah.
When he eventually gets there.
And you don't find this bit out until the very end of the book.
Yeah, when he eventually gets there, Daisy is stood over Slug and he is dead. And she's like, oh, he attacked me.
Like making out like she was doing it in self-defense, and then actually he puts
But then it goes to him saying Slug made out that he thought Tom had killed Alison.
Yeah.
And Tom had killed the other girl.
Yeah. And then he was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
if I didn't do it and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Then
got a message from Slug saying, Daisy's asked to meet me here. Let's talk to her and convince her to not say anything.
Yeah.
And then she's just like...
she's a bit of a Fruit Loop, even though she didn't come across like that at all.
No, she was like this sweet, innocent little girl.
Who's been getting rid of these girls because...
She's in love with Tom.
She's in love with Tom, and... Yeah, she's just a bit slightly psychotic.
She killed the first one because Tom kissed her, or she kissed Tom.
Yeah.
And this Alison, her best friend, she killed because she wanted Tom to dump her, and then he saw him stuffing his dad's dead body and was going to tell
want him to go to prison.
Yeah.
So she killed her for that, and then she killed Slug because he was a bit of an issue as well, apparently. Yeah. So then you're like, oh my gosh, my theory of Randy being Slug is not right.
Yeah.
And then during that all comes out because she's gone to the apartment with Gretchen and Randy, hasn't she?
Yeah.
They've decided to move in together.
She dobbed Tom in, didn't she, to the police?
She kind of put all these red flags of when she was in his apartment with the burner phone and the scrunchie of Bonnie's, who was obviously, she's been dead for a couple of months by this point. And so she gets a water bottle that he'd been using and asks Jake, her ex-boyfriend, who's working on the case, to run the fingerprints to see if they match, because it wasn't just Bonnie's. There was a couple of other scenes that they said prints matched, but they didn't have whose it was, like in their system.
Because other people have been,
all very similar, and they all missing a bit of hair.
Yeah.
And she found that in
absolutely brutally
the back of the toilet at Gretchen and Randy's apartment. Yeah. So her and Tom have obviously like had it out about that, because he's come back where it wasn't him. But she's like seething, so she like doesn't want anything to do with him, and Gretchen and Randy are there, and they just want to
she just wants to get, because she's like, even if you didn't kill it,
like there's
something wrong with you. You're a bit
I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah. So she goes up to their apartment, and they have some weird cheese casseroles.
They have some sort of dinner together, and then Randy decides that's the right time to pop the question to Gretchen. And obviously Sydney's thinking like, this is so awkward. Yeah. And then she finds the hair because she goes to the bathroom, and she's like
Randy's
oh my
the
god,
murderer.
It's got to be Randy. And you're thinking, oh my god, it's Randy, which is Slug. But it's not
Slug. Yeah.
And Tom's like trying to like break the door down, and then you realise that she's been drugged.
Yes, she starts to, and Randy's just happy.
Randy's like knocked out as
sleeping
well.
on the sofa.
And then Tom starts calling Gretchen Daisy.
Yeah. And she's like, well, hang on, you told me about an ex-girlfriend called Daisy, the only girl you've ever been in love with, but you said she died. Which, I suppose that's why, because they stopped the chapter after they said there was a body on the floor between Daisy and Slug.
Why you
thought it was Daisy?
It was Daisy that died because Slug was killing all the girls, but he wasn't.
It wasn't. It was Daisy.
It was Daisy, and Daisy is actually Gretchen.
Yeah.
She changed her name, and she like befriended.
Yeah.
All of these
anyone
people,
anyone that he
dated.
Yeah.
She would befriend, and she's actually been offing them.
Yeah.
Although Tom did call the police.
Yeah, but then to save Sydney,
he went with Daisy, and they ran away, didn't they? And then she got it seems like at the end, like her and Jake are rekindling their romance, which is quite nice.
Yeah. And she gets a letter.
Yeah, she gets
with a bit of blonde hair, and it's like, Sydney, Kevin won't be an issue anymore. Tom.
Yeah, the guy that was stalking her from like the beginning of the book,
because he kept popping up, didn't he?
All the time. Like he was like outside where she lived. He was outside her yoga classes. He would appear
on a Zoom call. She was an accountant,
and he made up like this whole like that he was this client and stuff just to go on a Zoom call with her. Like it was all very odd. So they obviously offed him as well.
He was so, other than to be a suspect, he was so irrelevant to the story. I thought at the end of it he'd be something like, I thought maybe he's like a private investigator or something, and he knows something's going on.
Oh, okay.
And like maybe that's why he's trying to get in contact with her, but obviously not. He was just
an absolute Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
But that's there's a lot of like twists and turns. There's a lot of like up and down, and you're like questioning. Oh, it's definitely that person, and then you get another bit of information. You're like, nope, it's not that person.
Yeah,
could be that person.
Yeah. Should I play my voice note where I thought I figured it out?
Yeah.
Into the microphone.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be swearing in this, guys. I do apologise. Let me see if I can find it. Because this is me literally towards the end, and I really thought,
wasn't it?
Last night I thought I'd figured it out.
It wasn't a very long one.
No, it wasn't.
It was just before you were like, what? In capital letters.
You've said, oh yeah, right.
You're going to have to hold it to your microphone.
Okay, I just want to run this, or say this, because I feel like I figured the book out.
You haven't.
I don't want to hear my theory until tomorrow or whatever. Stop listening, that's fine. But so Tom's been brought in for fingerprints because she found Bonnie's scrunchie, and he's been released. He's got an airtight alibi. I think I figured it out. So I think Slug is Randy, and I think that Tom doesn't want to be serious with anyone, and he doesn't want to like meet any of the friends or anything, because I think Randy kills everyone that Tom gets close to. But that's why there was his fingerprints in 2 of the houses. That's my theory. So if I'm right, then haha. If I'm not, then shit.
But yeah, that's what I mean by it. Like, you're reading it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is definitely what's happening, and then it's not.
I really thought I've figured it out.
No, and that's what's good about these. Though. That's why I like these books, because they keep you like in the story, because there's so much you're trying to piece together, which is quite nice.
I don't really read like these kinds of books. We didn't read the back, did we?
I mean, we've done a massive summation anyway.
That's fine.
But they are good. Like, they're good. Like, if you want something that's a bit different.
Yeah.
To like, I mean, it depends what you would normally read.
I don't normally read like scary books.
What you would normally read, so it's quite nice to like take do something, have something different.
Yeah.
But I can't binge hers. Like, I like to binge authors, but I can't binge hers because it feels like it can be a bit like on the brain.
So you've read a few more of her books than I have.
Yeah.
Do they feel very like samey?
No.
Okay.
To a degree, because obviously there's like stuff like that happening. Yeah. You know, there's always people like missing or dead or something. But like I read The Co-worker. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a good one. And The Locked Door as well. So yeah, I mean, they're the same genre, but I couldn't binge hers because I feel like I would feel like they got a bit samey if I read too many in one go.
I mean. I don't like to feel like books are samey, she says when she's gone through a phase of reading loads of ice hockey
every ice hockey romance on Kindle you could possibly have. Yeah.
But like with these ones, I feel like they have to be different, don't they? Because otherwise you're just going to guess the
You're going to guess what's going on.
If there's a twist, it needs to be different.
Oh, sorry. Reggie's getting down because he's a bit hot.
I'm going to ask my friend who is a big Frida McFadden fan.
Which one she recommends. Good idea.
I think she's read them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, see which one she recommends, and maybe we could do it for the podcast, maybe not. I find when we do them further down the podcast, it takes me a bit longer to read them because I try and make as many notes. Yeah. I don't really read them back, but if I write it down on my notes...
See, I'd rather read it twice than make a note.
Yeah.
Which is what I did.
Yeah. But if I write it down, I'm more likely to remember it.
Yeah.
Whereas if I don't write it down anywhere and I just carry on reading...
Then you'll forget some of it. Yeah.
Because I quickly skim it every time I come here.
Yeah.
Literally just like scroll.
And just make sure you've got it in your head.
Yeah. Mainly for character names. I forget character names.
I think that's because we read so much though. Yeah. Isn't it? Like, we read so much that it's like to try and differentiate. Because we obviously don't just read these books that we talk about. We read loads, like, every day. you know, and then how many people's names do we deal with when we're at work and stuff like that. So like it's constant, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously there's no smut to discuss in this one.
That really, really disappointed me.
But I feel like it would be a bit weird to throw a bit of smut in the middle of there.
I reckon she could have done one.
Maybe.
1 or 2.
Maybe.
Not loads of it, like, didn't need.
Before all the red flags, maybe. I think if she did it after, I'd be a bit like, oh, for God's sake.
And I think because she said, oh my God, like, it's insane. And I'm like,
you're like, but we haven't.
But tell me about it.
Yeah.
Let me read it then.
Yeah.
If they hadn't have said anything about,
then you wouldn't have even picked it up.
I wouldn't have picked it up. I'd have been like, oh, cool. But because they mention sex, but they don't freaking explain it, I'm like,
excuse me, you're not boring me. I'm just very tired.
See how it is. That's me yesterday.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's the summation.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I
don't think it's up there with my favourites.
No.
I think I preferred some of her others to this one.
I'm going to have to read some more of her stuff. I'm currently trying to get through a 5-book series that you recommended me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And they're quite long books.
But you're like read an individual kind of book at a time. So the fact that you're on book 3 out of book 5 tells you how good it is. Yeah. They are so good.
I am on book 3, I think.
I would say we'd talk about it, but it would take us so many episodes to cover the whole thing.
No.
All I'm going to say is, if you haven't read any of Caroline Peckham books, then you need to go and read them.
Yeah. I just want to find out who the murderer is, that's all. And then I'll be all right.
Yeah.
But I guarantee that's right at the very end.
I will tell you do find that out.
You do?
You do find out. I'm not going to tell you when, but you do find out the information. Yeah. I feel like we should star rate this book because we're just waffling. About different stories.
I'd give this. I think I preferred this to
The Housemaid.
Yeah, but also with podcast books, I preferred this to I Knew You Were Trouble.
I Knew You Were Trouble. I don't think it's as high as a 4 on my list.
No,
personally.
I'd say it's probably like 3.6.
Oh, I was going to say 3.7, maybe 3.8.
Yeah.
Because it's. I've enjoyed some of her other ones more than I've enjoyed this one.
I didn't really like The Housemaid.
Because I felt like this one, because I thought I knew.
Yeah.
I feel like I was a bit like, kind of just reading it now for the story.
See, I'm different. I enjoyed that because I was like, I feel like, and I want to be right.
No,
and I'm like, I need to be right.
Surprised. And I was, and then I was like, oh. Yeah. But that's why. Yeah. Like, because of the way it was written, I thought I knew what it was, and then I was a bit like, well, I don't know why I'm reading this because I worked it out.
I think if I'd have guessed that Gretchen was Daisy, I think I'd have probably rated it higher because I'd have been like, yes.
Oh, yeah.
If I guessed twist, I like it more. But then I don't want to guess the twist.
I know. It was a great twist, though. There's always a great twist in her books. I like that about her books. There's always a really good one that you're a bit like, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's probably people out there that figured it out, but, you know.
Probably.
Haven't got enough brain cells between us, clearly.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know if I've got anything else to say. My brain's like liquid today. So...
That was me last episode, though.
I know.
I was so tired. Oh, I mean, I'm tired today, but I feel like I've had a bit of my Red Bull, so I'm like, woo! No tea still.
No, it's too hot for that.
Yeah.
It's so hot. I feel like we've chosen the wrong time of year to start doing this, but it's fine. In winter, we'll be like in 20 layers with hot cups of tea.
I'm bringing my heated blanket in winter.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can drink tea whenever. Yeah. Because we're not at my house.
I'll drink it. It's just that the thing is, when we're talking like this, I'm not going to drink it, and I only like drinking it if it's a certain temperature.
Yeah, you'd hear.
Yeah, but and then I've wasted it because I've left it too long. I won't drink it if it's under a certain amount of heat.
It has to be perfect.
Yeah,
like
whereas James will literally pick up my cup and drink whatever's in it at whatever temperature it is, and it literally makes me gag. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and die in peace, I think, if we're done.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Oh, what's the next book?
Next book, so we've changed it, haven't we? So the next book...
Yeah, but no one knows that. We know that. We've chosen the next couple of books, but...
we switched them around.
We switched them around just before we started filming, so yay.
Chaos!
Yeah. So we're going to read one that you've read. You've been asking me to read for ages, and I still haven't got around to reading.
I think it was, I asked you to read it. It was the second book I asked you to read.
Yeah.
We decided to make a book club, didn't we?
Which
me, you, and my friend.
Yeah.
And
you both read it and I haven't.
Yeah. Which is 1,000 boy kisses.
Yeah, because 1,000 boy kisses is next, and you told me I'm gonna cry loads, and I've not been in a headspace where I want to sit and cry.
Yeah,
but obviously I'm gonna have to suck it up now, aren't I? So yeah,
I don't cry at books, but this
exactly, and I'm an emotional mess about everything.
I'm gonna cry again.
Like if someone talks to me wrong today because I feel ill, I'll just cry, like wherever I am. No, honestly, I'm gonna be a mess. So yeah, stay tuned for our crying episode next, guys.
We might even cry talking about it.
Why not? Might as well throw in some tears.
Books, tears, and therapy. We'll have to change it.
We'll change that one. But that is it. As always, thank you so much for listening, watching, following, and just putting up with our general nonsense on here.
We appreciate the love.
We do. So we will see you in the next chapter.
Yeah.
All right.
Next week.
Bye.